Hi guys, Ben here and welcome to Motivation to Invest. Value investing is one of the greatest investing methods of all time. The godfather of this type of investing was Benjamin Graham, the mentor of the great Warren Buffett. But there are a few worrying signs that value investing could be dead. With Warren Buffett holding a lot of cash, selling his stocks at times of crisis, and his investment firm not outperforming the index in the past couple of years, this is a worrying sign. On the other hand, the FANG stocks such as Facebook, Amazon, Netflix and Google have seen tremendous performance. So are the days of value investing over? If so, disruptive technology and innovation stocks could be those to replace it. From Uber, which disrupted the taxi industry, to Airbnb, which disrupted the hotel industry, to Tesla, which is disrupting the transport and energy sector. These type of companies are coming up fast, giving big returns to investors and changing the world as we know it. But in this video, I'm going to discuss another level of innovative, disruptive technology companies. That's those involved with everything from 3D mapping to space tourism and even genetic editing. These forward-thinking companies are pushing the boundaries of technology as we know it and providing great returns to investors such as you. So in this video, I'm going to outline the top 10 holdings of Cathie Wood's popular Ark Innovation ETF, which has currently beat the market multiple times over. It has outperformed both the S&P 500 index and Warren Buffett's Berkshire Hathaway. If you wish to find out how they did it, let's dive in.
Coming in, flex, I just wanna win.
Welcome back guys to Motivation to Invest. Before we get started, go ahead, smash that like button for the YouTube algorithm. That allows us to continue creating more great content like this for you guys. In addition, if you would like more investing tips and exclusive stock market picks, which I personally have invested into, then you should definitely subscribe to this channel. Be sure to turn the notification bell on. That way you'll get notified when I release future stock picks. With that being said, let's get into the video. Ark Invest is an investment firm which focuses on disruptive and innovative technology, from gene editing to robotics and 3D printing. Cathie Wood is the founder, CEO and Chief Investment Officer at Ark Invest. She has gained fame recently as her fund outperformed the market. She even caused a lot of controversy by suggesting that Tesla stock would hit $15,000 per share. Tesla is currently the largest holding of Ark Innovation's ETF. Here is an exclusive clip from an interview she had at CNBC.
Next guest thinks Tesla has room to run. In fact, she thinks Tesla could hit $15,000 a share within the next 4 years. Let's bring in Ark Invest CEO and founder Cathie Wood. Cathie, welcome. I know $15,000 a share is not your base case.
No.
It's your reach case. What is your base case of where this $700 stock is in 4 years?
Yes, the base case, it's a 5-year target, so the end of 24, it's $7,000. The things that I'd like to focus on is the reason this is going to be such a big upside surprise is because Tesla is riding the convergence of 3 major innovation platforms. Convergence. It's very hard to analyze this in the traditional world, right? Auto analysts are not robotics experts. They are not artificial intelligence experts or battery experts. We have 3 analysts working on this model together. All of them are characterized by exponential growth during the next. We are ready for prime time. The seeds for what we're about to witness now, not just with Tesla, but with genomics, with 3D printing, with everything we do. The seeds were sown during the tech and telecom bubble. The costs back then were way too high to play out, for those platforms to play out. The costs have been coming down for 20 years. We're ready for prime time. These are 3 exponential growth trends that are converging, and that is why this is so difficult for traditional analysts to value. This is all we do. We do nothing but disruptive innovation.
In April 2019, Cathie Wood stated that Tesla stock would go to $4,000 per share. Back then it was just $270 per share, and today it is close to $900, just over 12 months later. So if you would have listened to her back then, you would have tripled your money. So what makes ARK Invest Innovation ETF so special? Well, one of the main reasons is it's actively managed. And as Cathie Wood states, it's traded daily, which is very unlike the majority of ETFs, which are more passively managed and have fixed holdings over a long period of time.
Right guys, so diving into the charts here, we can see if I compare ARK Innovation ETF in red with the Vanguard S&P 500 ETF, we can see that year to date, it's up by 52.92%, whereas the Vanguard S&P 500 is only up by 15%. So it's clear that the ARK Innovation ETF has absolutely smashed it to pieces. Over 5 years, the results are even more incredible. ARK Innovation ETF is up by over 200% compared to just 47% over the past 5 years. Over 10 years, it's up by over 475% compared to the S&P 500's 173.58%. This is truly an ETF which has completely obliterated the market. Comparing ARK Innovation's ETF to Berkshire Hathaway, Warren Buffett's investment firm, it's clear to see that Warren Buffett's firm, which is based solely on value investing, actually didn't outperform the S&P 500 index and was absolutely smashed by ARK Innovation's ETF. This is even true over a 10-year period.
So which stocks make up ARK Invest's very special innovation ETF? In this video, we're going to find out. To help you guys understand the stocks easier, I have grouped together all the gene editing stocks, as they make up a large portion of the top 10. Well, first let's get into a few of the other stocks. Coming at number 10 on my list is Proto Labs, a 3D printing company which supplies prototypes and low-volume production parts. They also have a section of the business involved with CNC machining and sheet metal fabrication. One of the most unique things about Proto Labs is that they can get a prototype product out to its customer in less than 15 days. Diving into Proto Labs stock, we can see that it once soared high in 2017 due to the massive amount of exuberance behind 3D printing. However, the industry did take longer to materialize than many people first suggested. This caused a 3D printing bubble, which popped in 2018. Since then, their sales have plateaued, which has turned the business into a temporary slow grower with just 3% growth. Although the 3D printing segment of the company is still growing, their other more traditional manufacturing processes are weighing them down. Management stated this is due to the macroeconomic headwinds caused by trade wars. However, Wall Street analysts are optimistic about Proto Labs' future, with over 20% growth predicted in the next 5 years. At the moment, the stock still has a premium valuation, but I do believe they will be an interesting stock to research more in the future. As a bonus 3D printing stock, which actually jumped to number 6 in ARK Invest holding during the time I was making this video, is Stratus. This is a company which actually manufactures the 3D printers. Stock actually popped recently by over 13% thanks to analysts at JP Morgan upgrading the stock. Stratasys announced a resizing of its workforce, which translated to 10% of workers losing their jobs. The idea behind this cost cutting is to reduce operating expenses and allow Stratasys to get back on the path to growth. JP Morgan has currently upgraded Stratasys stock and revalued it towards $22 on the theory that less cost will yield more profit, leaving Stratasys a more valuable company at the end. Stratasys is also introducing new products in the second half of 2020, which should result in improved earnings by at least 2021. But over the past 7 years, the company has reported nothing but losses. So the news of this upgrade must be music to the shareholders of Stratasys. Coming at number 9 is ROKU, a popular brand which allows you to convert any TV into a smart TV. The way I think of this company is it's like a budget version of Apple TV. ROKU also has its own streaming service which is supported using ads. This is a different business model compared to the popular Netflix. Like I alluded to earlier, ROKU's devices are like a budget version of Apple TV or Amazon Fire Stick. However, they offer more functionality than the Google Chromecast. Diving into the numbers, ROKU has seen its sales soaring over the past few years, with a 40 to 50% year-on-year growth. However, in terms of profitability, they are still losing money year-on-year, which is worrying to see. Their price to sales ratio is nearly 800% higher than the sector, which is even higher than Tesla. So on balance, I'll be holding off from investing into ROKU for now, due to this high valuation and lack of profitability. However, their sales growth is intriguing, and I would be keen to see if they continue to match Apple TV in terms of spec, but at a lower price. Now, the next few stocks on the list are those biotech stocks involved in gene editing or genomics. The power of these companies lies in the ability to treat previously incurable diseases, which could save the lives of thousands, if not millions, of people across the world. There is even talk of one day humans will be able to live indefinitely and may be effectively invincible to the majority of diseases, thus expanding lifespans forever. The only way people will be able to die is by an accident. This may sound like science fiction, but the science is fast gaining traction and becoming very realistic. The first of these innovative biotech companies is Intellia Therapeutics. These are probably most famous for their innovative CRISPR-Cas9 gene editing tool. This allows them to revolutionize medicine by providing permanent modification of disease-causing genes and mutations, such as those which cause cancer. As this is a new technology, the stock has been very volatile, with its share price losing over 50% during the past 5 years. One reason for this could be the increasing competition from other biotech genome editing companies, such as Editas and CRISPR, which already have started clinical trials, racing ahead of Intellia Therapeutics. Diving deeper into the numbers, it's clear to see that sales growth has been volatile, from 63% growth in 2016, 2019, but it's now down to a measly 2% growth in 2020. Intellia Therapeutics is also not currently profitable, having lost nearly $100 million over the past year, which is nearly 3 times more than what they generated. To add insult to injury, their PE ratio is also sky high, making it expensive for a stock of this type. Generally, I tend to steer clear of most new biotech startups. As the great investor Warren Buffett says, only invest in your circle of competence, and I don't call myself an expert in this area. However, I did invest in one innovative biotech company, which I felt I understood, and I will reveal later on this list. Doing a quick fire through Ark Invest's other innovative gene editing stocks, at number 7 we have Invitae Corp. This is a leader in advanced medical genetics and the 3rd largest holding of Ark Innovation's ETF. This company works on a more holistic solution for patients by bringing genetics into mainstream medicine. They don't just do testing, but provide the consultation for treatments and aftercare plans. Invitae has fantastic growth potential. Diving into the numbers, we can see they achieved over 188% revenue growth in 2018 and nearly 50% growth in 2019 and predicted for 2020. However, of course, this hasn't gone unnoticed by Wall Street, so the valuation is sky high. Despite the company still not being profitable, investors still seem bullish on this stock in the hope they will turn a profit in the future. Number 6 on my list is CRISPR Therapeutics, another very popular biotech stock, known for its popular gene editing tool, CRISPR-Cas9. CRISPR Therapeutics is one of the big players in this relatively young sector. CRISPR Therapeutics is definitely a high-risk stock, but has plenty of growth potential in the future. If you are the type of investor that likes a high-risk, high-reward biotech stock, then you should definitely consider investing into CRISPR Therapeutics. I will be researching this stock more in the future, so subscribe to keep updated on that. Coming in at number 5 is Illumina. This is the market leader in gene sequencing and my favourite stock in this space. What I like about this stock is they nearly have a monopoly on the market, and they actually provide the machines required for gene sequencing. As the old saying goes, when there's a gold rush, sell shovels. And this is definitely a play for selling the tools required for this massive growth industry of gene editing. The idea behind this type of business, as alluded to earlier, is that you can actually have your DNA mapped so you can see which diseases are most likely to kill you and thus have the dangerous genes removed from your body. This opens up a whole series of ethical questions, but the fact of eternal life is an appealing prospect for many. Illumina actually has a 15-year cancer sequencing deal with ROKU, and the manufacturer will also work with Genomics England to sequence up to 300,000 people over the next 5 years. I do have a small position in Illumina and will be increasing my position should the share price fall again to a more reasonable valuation. Now back to the non-biotech holdings of Ark Invest portfolio. At number 4 on my list we have Zillow, the largest online real estate company in the USA. The idea behind this company is to use modern technology to merge buyers and sellers together seamlessly. Zillow currently has over 110 million homes on its database, and its website racked up over 59 million unique monthly visits as of January 2019. In addition, Zillow has a section called Zillow Offers, which allows homeowners to sell their homes directly in dozens of markets across the country. Zillow also offers home loans and provides customers with an easy option to get pre-approved and secure financing for their next purchase. A company such as Zillow could really disrupt the estate agent space across the world. Diving into the numbers, Zillow Group soared by nearly 30% in April 2020. CEO Richard Barton released a 2019 shareholder letter in which he reviewed some of the company's recent efforts. The company cut 25% of its run rate operating expenses versus its 2020 plan by implementing a hiring freeze, reducing and delaying marketing, pausing home buying, and reducing discretionary spending. Zillow also produced a blog post which highlighted that traffic to its portfolio of sites had recently recovered. This indicates that home buyer interest remains robust. The company was founded in 2006 by Rich Barton and Lloyd Frink, former Microsoft executives and founders. They seem to have learned a lot from Bill Gates, as he always stated that in the early days of Microsoft, they should always have enough cash to run the company for 1 year without any revenue. That's a lesson that the Zillow Group has taken to heart, and they have a healthy cash position. Number 3 on my list is 2U Incorporated, an interesting company in the online education space. With education going online, this company supplies institutions such as universities and colleges with cloud-based software as a service, coursework design and capital. They are partnered with over 70 universities and have big-name brands such as Harvard and USC. The exuberance behind the 2U stock and the future of the online education industry caused the stock to rally massively in 2018 before plummeting due to an increase in competition. Management then communicated this info poorly, and now revenue growth is expected to drop from 40% in 2019 to just 28% in 2020 and then 16% in 2021. Diving deeper into the numbers, the company continues to be unprofitable and has lost currently over $200 million in 2019. They have a low PS ratio, currently of 3, so this could be a potential turnaround stock with a 3 to 5 year time horizon. Number 2 on my list is Square, the popular payment ecosystem founded by Twitter founder Jack Dorsey. Square is a popular service with small businesses, and you may have seen their phone attachment which allows you to take contactless payments almost anywhere just via your smartphone. Square's cash flow app is also a very interesting concept. This allows people not only to take payments and send money similar to PayPal, but also to invest into stocks, crypto, and be used in conjunction with the small business payment systems. The interesting idea behind Square is to disrupt the entire banking industry by offering loans and many other services offered by banks currently. Jack Dorsey's vision is to create an entire financial ecosystem you will never have to take your cash out of. In addition, they plan to become the largest cryptocurrency accepting network in the world, which could lead to a lot of future growth. Diving into the numbers, we can see their sales growth is fantastic, with an incredible 62% growth in 2018 and 41% growth in 2019. It is predicted to be slightly less, but still great at 27% growth for 2020. However, like many of these innovative companies, Square is still unprofitable as it focuses on expansion. I do love this business and I feel it is a very strong competitor to PayPal. But again, I feel the valuation is high given the current economic situation and mass shutdown of small businesses, and the fact that the business is still unprofitable. The high forward PE ratio of over 86 alludes to the fact that many analysts are predicting the company will start to become profitable very soon. Number 1 on my list is Tesla, the largest position in Ark Invest Innovation ETF. This is a tremendous stock with exceptional growth potential. Many people think Tesla is just a leading electric vehicle manufacturer, but this company has so much more to offer. They have a renewable energy segment, from their gigantic battery manufacturing gigafactories to home energy storage solutions such as the Tesla Powerwall. They even have a grid network for charging and electric truck prototypes. Moreover, they even have entered the space of autonomous driving with their robo-taxis, which plans to launch in 2020. This could really disrupt a previously disruptive technology stock such as Uber, which is quite ironic. Diving into the numbers, it's clear to see that Tesla is a very volatile stock, which has seen its share price skyrocket to a record highs, up by nearly 300% over the past 5 years. They have seen fantastic revenue growth by nearly 30% over the past 5 years. However, they have just started to generate positive free cash flow in the last 5 out of 6 quarters, while net income is expected to be positive within the next 5 years. I do have a small position in Tesla and I would buy more shares in this stock, but I do feel at the moment it has an unjustly high valuation given the current economic situation. However, I will be waiting to buy more shares of Tesla on the dips. Now, I could go into massive detail on the stocks mentioned previously. However, the idea of this video is to just give you a brief overview of the Ark Invest Innovation ETF. It's clear to see that the fund has a high amount of speculative stocks, but also those with large growth potential. Despite many of these stocks currently being unprofitable, it seems Ark Invest tends to focus on stocks with major growth potential. Now, this type of investment seems more risky. However, it only takes Ark Invest portfolio to have a few winners to outperform the index. In my opinion, this is mainly driven by 3 of my favorites: Tesla, Square and Illumina. In future videos, I'll be diving deeper into these stocks and some of the others in the top 10 holdings. So be sure to hit that subscribe button to be notified. Do you think gene editing is the future? And do you think humans will one day become invincible? Let me know in the comments below. Also, if you found this video informative, please smash that like button. That really helps us out with the YouTube algorithm. And with that being said, I'll see you guys next time.
Coming in, flex, I just wanna win, LABB who we running with, coming in, flex, I just wanna win,